Welcome to another episode of Watch Me Do Family History with Chris Knudsen. In today's episode, I am making a video for new family history consultants to help teach you what to do as a family history consultant. Today we are going to help a member of my ward learn how to do merging of duplicates. So a lot of people have questions about merging duplicates. Some people feel very nervous about merging duplicates. So really what you need is just more experience looking at duplicates and deciding whether or not they're a match. So let's get started. First, I'm going to log into my account. And I received permission to make this video using somebody that I have access to their tree from my ward. I invited this member to give me access to his tree, and so we're going to go to Helper Resources, and I'm going to go to his tree. His name is Thomas Brandner. So here we are at the opening page for Helper Resources. But I am going to actually click on the family search icon here at the top, taking me to the page that he would see when he first logs into his account. And while looking through his tree, I found a possible duplicate, and I put it on his to-do list. So off here to the right, if you haven't seen this before, there's family history activities, recommended tasks. And as you scroll down, there's record hints as recommended tasks. Scroll down even more, recent people viewed through this account, and a to-do list. One of the things I love about Family Search and helping people with their family history is I love leaving little notes here in the to-do list to help the member know maybe some homework that they can work on when they log in. So they have access to this to-do list when they log into their home page. So here we have two items. One is a URL or a link to a specific page on Family Search. And right below it, it says, above is Fred Merkel. There is a possible duplicate listed under the hints that is not a duplicate. There is a brother listed as Frederick that is a duplicate. Merge the two brothers. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this to-do list number 1 item, and that opens it up in a box. I'm going to triple click, and I'm going to right click and hit copy. So I'm copying this link. I'm going to close this task, and I'm going to go up here to the URL bar, right click, and paste that address and hit enter. So now we are on Fred Merkel, who was born 14th of December 1892 and died in 18th of January 1982. He was born in North Dakota. He died in Sacramento, California. And over here on Research Help, the first thing that pops up is a possible duplicate with the red exclamation point. So everybody sees these possible duplicates popping up in their research help section of their while they're trying to do family history. So let's see what happens when you click on that link. Okay, so a data problem, meaning they don't want you to do the temple work for this person if there's a possible duplicate that might already have the temple work done. So we're going to click Review Merge. So now we have both Freds on either side of the page. When I'm looking at two people and I want to know if they're the same person, how do I know if the two people are really the same person? So here's some things that you want to think about. Number 1, do they have the same name? 2, do they have the same birth date? 3, do they have the same birthplace? 4, do they have the same spouse? 5, do they have the same children? 6, do they have the same parents? 7, do they have the same death date? 8, do they have the same death place? And 9, are there multiple people with that same name in the same state in the same census decade? Okay, so those are some items that we can look at. So here we are with 2 Fred Merkles. They do have the same name. Now, do they have the same birth date? Let's see here. So Fred Merkel, same name. The Fred on the right does not have a birth date, but they do have the same death date, but the death place is Sacramento for the Fred on the left and Los Angeles for the Fred on the right. Let's scroll down and see if we have any more information. So the Fred on the left has a spouse and a child. The Fred on the right does not have a spouse or a child. Now, how do we know if this was maybe it was just a mistake, Sacramento versus Los Angeles? So to really understand if these 2 people are the same person, we need to do a little bit more research. So let's go ahead and look back. We're going to open up both Freds with their own page. So I'm going to right click on the first Fred, open link in new tab. I'm going to right click on the second Fred, open link in new tab, and we're going to compare them side by side. So you have this Fred with a full birthplace and full death place and date. And then you have the Fred in this other tab who only has a death date and place. So right here we have, with this death place, or we're looking at the Fred Merkel, we have research helps over here. Obviously it's going to show the same possible duplicate as the other one. But you have Fred Merkel, the United States Social Security Death Index here as a possible record hint. Let's click on that record hint. Okay, so age 64, Fred Merkel. He died 18th of March, 1918. No, was born 18th of March, 1918. The Social Security state is New York, and we don't know what that means. We don't know if that is significant. Last place of residence was Los Angeles, California. And the death date, the event date, is October 1982. So birth date of this gentleman who died in 1982 in Los Angeles is March 18th, 1918. So we're going to go back up to this other tab. The other Fred Merkel, the one on the left, was born 1892, and this Fred was born in 1918. So therefore, these 2 people are not the same person. So if we go back to this, the original tab showing the duplicates, we'll click on that. We know that these 2 people are not the same person because the Fred on the right was born in a different year than the Fred on the left. So we're going to scroll down and we're going to say not a match. Reason these people are not a match. Birth dates are different by 2 decades. Not a match. Okay, so now we're back on the original Fred Merkel that we had started with, and we no longer see that record hint about a possible duplicate. But I've looked at this guy earlier and noticed he has a brother named Frederick Merkel. And Frederick Merkel was born in 1892. So chances are this is another duplicate. So how do we know if these 2 Freds are the same Fred? Let's go ahead and open up this. I'm going to close these other 2 tabs that we're not using anymore. And we're going to open up another tab with this Frederick. So Fred and Frederick Merkel with the same parents. So I'm going to right click on Frederick Merkel and I'm going to open the link in a new tab. And we're going to compare information. So let's click on that new tab. This Frederick Merkel was born in 1892 in North Dakota. We have no death date. He's linked with the same parents, and we have no other information. Oh, there's a residence, though, for him living in McIntosh, North Dakota, which means there's a source. So where is this source? It's a census record. Let's go ahead and click on that census record. We scroll down. Fred Merkel, son of Christian and Dorothy Merkel, and the rest of these children. So obviously, this is proof that this Fred is the son of Christian and Dorothy. Now, are there any sources on our other Fred? Let's click on that tab to the left. And here's Fred Merkel. Sources, 0, but we've got all of these record hints for more information. And they have the same name, Fred and Frederick. That counts as the same name. They have the same birth year, 1892. And obviously, that other son, the other Frederick, was produced because of that census record. So we've got the same birth date, same birthplace, same... Oh, do they have spouses? This one has a spouse. Let's click on that other one. We'll go back to details. This one does not have a spouse. Children. This one has a child. The other one does not. Parents. They have the same parents. Death date. The other one, they don't have death. Only one of them has a death date, which means the other guy potentially, obviously has the same death date if he's the same person. It just hasn't been added yet. And death place. So anytime you have multiple data points that are exactly the same, then you know it's the same person and you should go ahead and merge them. So this is the same person. So how do you merge these two people together if you don't have a possible duplicate link on here? What you do is you scroll down to the bottom, to the tools section, and possible duplicates, 0. Find similar people, merge by ID. So we're going to have to merge by ID. So currently we're on Fred Merkel with the ID number of LB93WF9, and we're going to merge it with Frederick Merkel, ID number LHJCMWT. So we're going to click on this ID number, hit the copy ID. So the ID has been copied. Now we're going to go over here to merge by ID. And I'm going to right click and paste. And I'm going to hit continue. So now when you're merging two records together, one of them is going to get erased and the other one is going to be the main person. And we want the person with more information on the left while you're doing it on the computer. When you're doing it on the phone, the person who survives is going to be the one on the right. But on the computer, it's the one on the left. So this Fred over here is the one that's going to survive. This one's going to get deleted. So any information here on the right that we want to keep, we have to make sure that we send it over to this left side. So as we're scrolling down, name, Fred as opposed to Frederick. Let's go ahead and replace the name, make that the full real name. He's male, that's the same. Birth date, it's better, more detailed on the left, so we're going to keep that one. Death, birth name, that's not really useful information. It's exactly the same as his name. But this residence is new information, so we're going to add that. And as we keep scrolling down, parents are the same. Somebody put in the extra effort saying that they're biological parents, so you can hit the replace button and that'll add that over. They were the same parents though. And we scroll down and you notice it already has added the source from the right to the left of Fred Merkel living with his family in the 1900 census. So now that we know all of this information is correct and it's the same person, we're going to hit continue merge. Reason this merge is correct, same birth date and parents. And we're going to hit finish merge. Okay, so we are done clearing Frederick Merkel, and we merged him with a duplicate. We also had another duplicate that was not an actual duplicate, so we just said that it was not a duplicate, and we are done with what we set out to do. So we're going to go ahead and close there. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and subscribe to Watch Me Do Family History on YouTube to see other videos just like this one. Thanks and have a great day.